I must begin with the Hindu concept of Dhamma. Dhamma is universal law, the law that sustains the universe. Now, for some time, since I met the scary clown on top of the hill and discovered that he was mere cardboard and could be defeated with a small push, I have realized that my family history is governed not by Dhamma, but by jokes. Call it joke Dhamma, if you like. Bad jokes, dirty jokes are, to my world, what the force of gravity is to yours. They shape every event in my life and in the life of my family. I am not sure why it is so, but that it is, I cannot doubt. As a result, I live in a grim mirror world. I am a character trapped in a book of jokes, furthermore, which are in very poor taste. I have discovered that there is a way to escape this grim fate, the misfortune of joke Dhamma. The solution, I believe, is that I should assume myself the responsibility of telling the very jokes which constrain and define me, and to make, each time, a small alteration in their telling, an alteration which restores a few shreds of dignity, human decency, beauty and sensuality to the tale. It might begin by embroidery. I add a few details which are not normally included in the rush to the punchline. I must ensure that the story is so well told that my audience loses interest in the farcical payoff, the money shot. I tell the tale several times, from different angles and with different emphases, forcing my listeners to pay attention to small formal questions, adverbs rather than verbs, house rather than yachts. By these methods, little by little, I believe I can improve my world. Even if you are not in the same grim situation as me, you might want to try this technique yourself. Asterisk. My mother called me to her summerhouse at the end of the orchard and asked me if I was happy. I answered with admirable concreteness. I would be happy if I had an ice cream, resplendent in 14 layers of rose, sitting diagonally at her table with an earthenware cup of powdery green tea in front of her. My mother frowned. Ice cream will spoil your appetite, she said. Go outside and compose poetry in the orchard. Bring me a tanker in half an hour. The tanker is a 5-line poem with alternating lines of 5 and 7 syllables. It must concern nature, the seasons, love or other strong emotions. In the formulaic compactness of its shape it resembles a joke, but in spirit it is something else entirely, something far away and lovely, sun-catching mountains, rivers with rushing water, cold white snow on rocks, tree branches glazed with white frost, white sparkling snow in the world. But the more I thought of mountains and sparkling snow, the more I thought of the ice cream I wanted to eat. Happiness for a 7-year-old is a very specific thing. Mother, I don't want to compose a tanker. I want to eat ice cream. All right, just play in the orchard, but there's no one there. I don't want to play alone. The wind is chilly. There are ghosts in the orchard. I want to stay here with you. My mother smiled, recognizing immediately that I had replied within the formal restraints of a tanker. Very well, she said. You can stay here with me and play. What shall we play at? Let's play mummies and daddies, I said. My mother looked a little surprised, but went along with it. All right, we'll do that. What do you want me to do? Go to your sleeping quarters and lie down on the futon. I shall arrive presently. I was already assuming my father's tone of voice. While my mother dressed, I pulled on the rope my father had left hanging in the cupboard, adducting his loose-limbed gait. Though somewhat impeded by the too long rope, I clumped slowly towards the bedroom, gripping between my teeth the conic suitor pipe he had left smouldering on the high mantelpiece during his last visit. Strangely, it was still lit. When I flung open the screen door, my mother raised herself on one elbow. She was completely naked, her legs welcomingly parted. "What shall I do now?" she asked. I closed the sliding door and adopted the gruff voice of my father. "Give your son a big plate of ice cream, you cow." No sooner had I spoken than the door behind me was flung open again. In stepped my father, with a goose under his arm. "This is the bit I've been fucking," he said.